Once again, good morning and welcome. Today, the United States Army Military District of Washington, represented by the soldiers of the 3rd United States Infantry Regiment, the Old Guard, and the United States Army Band, Pershing's Own, pays special tribute to several soldiers who are retiring after many years of distinguished service to the United States Army and our nation. Participating in today's review, from left to right, is the United States Army Band, Pershing's Own, formed in 1922 by then Army Chief of Staff General John J. Pershing. The United States Army Band is the premier band of our senior service. Pershing's Own provides musical support for ceremonies and special events in our nation's capital and throughout the United States. The United States Army Band is under the direction of Lieutenant Colonel Randy Bartell and led by Drum Major Ben Cadle. Elements of the Old Guard include Honor Guard Company, commanded by First Lieutenant Jack King and led by Sergeant First Class Alfonso Roman. Next on line is Battle Hard Company, commanded by Captain Daniel Lettieri and led by Sergeant First Class Jared Dillon. Next on line is Charlie Company, commanded by Captain Brendan Prennup and led by Sergeant First Class Joshua Morrison. Following is the Commander-in-Chief's Guard, patterned after the unit created by General George Washington in 1776 to be his personal guard. The Commander-in-Chief's Guard is commanded by First Lieutenant John Harvey and led by Sergeant First Class Weston Blakely. The last element online dressed in a Continental Musician's uniform is the United States Army Old Guard Fife and Drum Corps. During the American Revolution, musicians wore the reverse colors of their parent infantry unit. The men and women of the United States Army Old Guard Fife and Drum Corps maintain this tradition by wearing red coats instead of the infantry blue. The Corps is led today by Drum Major Rob Moore. Ladies and gentlemen, moving into position is the Commander of Troops for today's ceremony, Lieutenant Colonel Charles F. Wall, Commander, 1st Battalion, 3rd United States Infantry Regiment, the Old Guard. Since the days of the American Revolution, the colors have been one of the most important elements of a military unit. Therefore, taking the center of our formation in just a moment and bearing the national color is the nation's foremost color team, the 3rd Infantry's Continental Color Guard led by Staff Sergeant Zachary Hall. Ladies and gentlemen, please stand for the advancing of the colors.
Advance the colors.
Please be seated.
Staff left. Face. Call, ready, cut. Call, dress center, drift. Officer, just center, drift. Call, ready, front. Officer, ready, front.
The history of the 3rd United States Infantry Regiment reflects the growth and development of our nation. 55 well-earned battle streamers, 2 valorous unit awards, 3 meritorious unit commendations, and 5 superior unit awards attest to the Old Guard's record of bravery in action and achievements during peacetime. In 1922, the War Department granted permission for the Old Guard to pass and review with bayonets fixed. The Old Guard will now fix bayonets to the traditional beat of the drum.
Sound, fix bayonets. Shoulder, fire locks, and 1, and 2, and 3. Coat, right, shoulder, up. Coat, ready, cut.
Ladies and gentlemen, taking the reviewing stand are the reviewing officials for today's ceremony. Colonel Eckmeyer, Chief Warrant Officer 5 Magenti, and Command Sergeant Major Bertazon, accompanied by the host, Major General Trevor J. Bradenkamp, Commanding General, Joint Task Force, National Capital Region, and United States Army Military District of Washington. And Command Sergeant Major Veronica E. Knapp, Command Sergeant Major, Joint Task Force, National Capital Region, and United States Army Military District of Washington.
Present. Horse. And 1, and 2, and 3. Step. Present. Arms. Step. Order. Order.
Ladies and gentlemen, please stand for the advancing of the colors and remain standing for the United States national anthem.
Colors forward. Forward. Step. Left. Face. Sir, the persons to be honored and colors are present. Present the command. Shoulder, fire locks, and 1, and 2, and 3. Present. 4, and 1, and 2, and 3. Detachment. Present. Orders. Detachment. Order. Orders.
Please be seated.
Order. 4, and 1, and 2. East, and 1, and 2. Step. Ceremonial. At ease.
Major General Bradenkamp and Command Sergeant Major Knapp are now moving into position to honor the retiree. Chief Warrant Officer 5, Douglas D. McGinty, Military Intelligence. Command Sergeant Major Brian T. Bertizon, Military Intelligence. Colonel Randy R. Cody, Medical Special Corps. GS-15 Nilsa Marino, Department of Justice, FBI. Lieutenant Colonel Joseph A. Koski, Field Lieutenant Colonel Antonio T. Green Edwards, Chemical and Public Affairs. Lieutenant Colonel Michael S. Sineth, FA-26. Medical Service Corps. Major Mary V. Escamilla, Logistics. Major Christina A. Pugh, Veterinary Corps. Chief Warrant Officer 5, Jennifer A. Pellegrini, Military Police. Chief Warrant Officer 3, Carmone W. Rodriguez, Military Police. Chief Warrant Officer 3, Jonathan W. Short, Signal Corps. Command Sergeant Major Kevin A. Crawford, Military Intelligence. Sergeant Major Marika C. Flournoy, Signal Support Specialist. Sergeant Major Cleon H. Humphrey, Special Forces. First Sergeant Lindsay K. Laguerre, Ordnance. Master Sergeant Danielle S. Anorino, Military Intelligence. Sergeant First Class Mario J. Derogatis, Intelligence Analyst. Sergeant First Class Teresa P. Douglas, Signal Intelligence Analyst. Sergeant First Class Jeremy J. Johnson, Operator Analyst. Sergeant First Class Shinri L. Mock, Logistics. Sergeant First Class Ephraim Yosef, Medical Services. We're proud to recognize these soldiers' devotion to our country, and we wish them happiness and prosperity in their well-earned retirement.
Old guard.
Ladies and gentlemen, please stand for the posting of the colors.
Post the colors. Staff, right. Face.
Please be seated.
Staff, left. Face. Colt, ready, cut. Ceremonial. At ease. And one, and two. Colt, stand at ease. Staff, ceremonial at ease.
Ladies and gentlemen, Major General Bradenkamp.
Well, good afternoon, everyone. Good afternoon, everyone. I mean, I know the cheering section's here because we just heard everybody, right? So it's a great day to be a soldier. It's a great day to be here at historic Joint Base Myer-Henderson Hall. So distinguished guests, senior leaders, command sergeants, majors, friends, and above all, soldiers and families to be honored here today, thank you for making time to attend this retirement ceremony. On behalf of the Secretary of the Army, the Honorable Christine E. Wormuth, Chief of Staff of the Army, General Randy George, and Sergeant Major of the Army, Michael Weimer, welcome. It's another beautiful day here in the National Capital Region, and it's always a great day to be a soldier. Before I address our distinguished retirees and families, I would like to take a moment and thank those who worked tirelessly to make today such a special occasion. On the floor in front of you are the soldiers of the 3rd U.S. Infantry, the Old Guard, the Army's oldest active duty infantry regiment. You look tremendous, and your professionalism and precision honors those retiring here today. Thanks for your hard work and dedication, and thanks for choosing to serve in our Army. I would also like to thank the members of the United States Army Band, Pershing Zone. As always, you look and sound amazing and make these ceremonies all the more special, so thank you very much. So the soldiers retiring here today joined the Army to be all they could be. Some joined the Army following Desert Shield and Desert Storm. Some joined the Army during the Cold War. Others after America was attacked on 9/11. All have stood ready to meet the challenges and uncertainties that the global war on terrorism that brought almost 2 decades of continuous combat operations. They stand here today representing the best of America. Today we honor 27 soldiers and their families for their faithful and dedicated service to our nation and for being all they could be. Collectively, these soldiers represent more than 700 years of military service across our Army. With service around the globe and in a variety of combat arms, combat support, and combat service support specialties, these soldiers, leaders, and their families answered our nation's call and have not only served during a period of persistent conflict, but also led and trained our young men and women to deploy into harm's way and do our nation's bidding. Our Army and our nation owes you a debt of gratitude for your service and sacrifice that can never fully be repaid. The medal and flag that you receive are but a small token of appreciation for your service. I would like to take just a moment to talk about our flag, Old Glory. That you receive a flag today on the occasion of your retirement is significant in that it is the symbol of our nation and recognized around the world. We have fought to protect the freedoms in our way of life, and we wear the stars and stripes proudly on our uniform at home and while deployed. The red color in the flag symbolizes hardiness and valor, for which each one of you is personified as a soldier and leader in our Army. Operating in austere conditions with limited resources and to accomplish austere and challenging missions. The white color refers to purity and innocence, which you have sought to protect both here at home and abroad. And the blue color represents vigilance, perseverance, and justice, which each of you has demonstrated in the conduct of your duties as officers and non-commissioned officers. I am sure the flag holds special meaning for each of you, as it should, giving your service to our nation. As you walk out of Conmy Hall today, take solace knowing you leave behind an enduring legacy that lives on in the countless soldiers you have trained, mentored, and inspired. The Army is better because of your service. Ladies and gentlemen, please join me in a round of applause for these 27 great soldiers. But we would be remiss if we did not take some time to thank the family members of each of these retiring soldiers. Your sacrifice and support over the past 20-plus years of service has been foundational to the success of these retirees, allowing them to accomplish their mission and serve in the Army that they love. You have remained steadfast in your support during a time of war that necessitated family separations, and for that you will never be adequately compensated. Please accept our eternal thanks on behalf of a grateful nation for all that you have endured as military families. We could not fulfill our obligations to our soldiers, the Army, and our nation without the love and support of our families. So please join me in a round of applause for all of our family members here today. So once again, to our retirees, that you take on one last task. Help to maintain our all-volunteer Army by sharing your experience with America's sons and daughters so they may be inspired to follow in your footsteps and volunteer to support and defend the Constitution against all enemies, foreign and domestic. We continue to serve as a shining example around the world because men and women like you have volunteered to serve. So again, on behalf of Secretary Wormuth, General George, Sergeant Major of the Army, Weimer, the Joint Task Force NCR, Military District of Washington, the United States Army, and a proud and grateful nation, thank you, good luck, and Godspeed. Heed the guardian this will defend, and be all you can be.
Hold guard. Attention.
Ladies and gentlemen, please stand for the Army Song.
Sir, this concludes today's ceremony. Well done, old guard, Pershing Zone. Forward, march.
The United States Army is honored to have presented today's special ceremony. Thank you for attending and enjoy the rest of your day.